Time now to head to the Bronx and welcome in our Meredith Marakovits for tonight's edition of Runs, Hits, and Errors. A couple of Yankees questions for you first before we get to a very interesting error portion of today's segment. The Yankees have been heading in the right direction since the homestand started, Meredith. Now they just need to get Hiroki Kuroda back to form. He gets that chance tonight.
Chris, you know what? Hiroki Kuroda had been the model of consistency through July. However, when the calendar turned to August, he began to struggle a little bit. He's lost his last 3 games, all of those coming on the road. And if you look at the way those games broke down, yes, he didn't receive a ton of help from his defense in Boston or Toronto. But look at the numbers there. They kind of speak for themselves. In July, 3-0. August, 1-4, an ERA over 5. Not to mention he allowed 5 home runs in just the last 2 games. And you look at the previous 8 starts before that, he had not allowed any home runs. And if you want a reason to be optimistic with Hiroki Kuroda, it's the fact that he has pitched very well here at Yankee Stadium. Last 10 starts here, 7-1 with an ERA just over 1. So you're looking at a guy that has not allowed a run here at Yankee Stadium since July 25th. Now, Joe Girardi and Hiroki Kuroda were asked a lot after his last start, does he think any of this could be fatigue? You look at, he's up there in age a little bit. He's also thrown a lot of innings, and Joe Girardi said you never know at this point in time in the season, and you can't really do too much other than tell the pitcher maybe to back off a little bit during their side work in between starts or give them an extra day. So Hiroki Kuroda did just that. He didn't throw his bullpen in the middle of the week. It'll be interesting to see, Chris, whether or not that pays off and he's a little sharper out there this evening. Yeah, you mentioned the scoreless inning streak that he has going for him right now, Meredith, and he's going up against a team in the Chicago White Sox who are the second worst when it comes to producing runs. Now, J.R. Murphy, he didn't produce a run yesterday, but in his first major league at bat, he got his first major league hit. He's got to be on cloud 9 right now. A big moment for him, but it wasn't just J.R. Murphy. Also, Cesar Cabral went in there, pitched a scoreless inning, struck out 2, his first major league strikeout. So guys getting in there for some action and kind of setting the tone. And you see the Yankees players in the dugout as they watch those youngsters out there on the field, everybody kind of smiling, remembering back to what it was like for them to get their first hit. Pitchers, what it was like the first time they stepped foot on the mound. So I'm pretty sure J.R. Murphy's not going to forget that moment for quite some time. And you look at his family was in attendance. They had a lot of fun with it as well. I spoke with him after the game, and he said he still didn't recover the ball, but the Yankees did have it, so I'm sure he has that by now. But if you add those 2 to the list, it's really crazy when you look at how many players this Yankees team has used this season. They made it 52, and if you look at 24 of those players were making their Yankees debut, 8 of them making their major league debut. So there have been a lot of players here at Yankee Stadium due to injury. It seems coming from AAA a lot. Some guys signed as free agents and other guys added to the roster prior to the season starting already, but there have been a lot of different guys in pinstripes. Yeah, unfortunately for Dave Miley, he's been on the speed dial for the Yankees this year. Now, yesterday on BaseballReference.com, all you saw was the MILB, the minor league stats for J.R. Murphy. Today it says MLB stats, and I would be taking a picture of it. It says batting 1,000, so just something for J.R. to think about there. Now, after a recent Cubs-Phillies game, 2 fans, Meredith, went to the extreme to get a sacred souvenir. And you know what? I don't know. Cubs, Phillies, I have a feeling they were there for quite some time, and these people from Pennsylvania probably flew in, obviously, for that series, but they decided to try to get some ivy from that Wrigley Field wall, and they broke in at night through that gate right there, kind of squeezed under it, went out to the wall. They forgot one key thing here, Chris. It is 2013, and there are cameras everywhere, so it didn't take them too long to get nabbed for trying to steal ivy, so that's what you might call an epic fail.